Hello, you are listening to the Natural Healing Show for UK Health Radio. I'm your host, Catherine Carrigan, medical intuitive healer and Amazon #1 bestselling author. You can find out more about me and my work at catherinecarrigan.com and unlimitedenergynow.com. While you're there, definitely sign up for my newsletter so you can learn even more about how you can heal yourself naturally. Now, our guest today is Shawn Hanekom. Shawn Hanekom is an integrative natural health practitioner in Johannesburg, South Africa. You can find out more about Shawn Hanekom and his wonderful work at his website, nautiluswellness.com. Welcome, Shawn Hanekom.
Hi, Catherine. Thank you for having me on the show. I look forward to our interview.
You know, one of the things that I love about hosting the Natural Healing Show for UK Health Radio is that I get to talk with really cool people from all over the world and fellow practitioners. So we're going to be talking today about the Akashic Records and also what the Akashic Records have to say to us about the coronavirus that we're all experiencing right now. So Shawn Hanekom, integrative natural health practitioner in Johannesburg, South Africa. What exactly are the Akashic Records?
Catherine, the Akashic Records are a set of energetic records that is basically held out there in the Akasha. We, as individuals, all have our own Akashic Records that is basically for us or of us, our lives, from the time that we've individuated into time and space. And individuals that are currently living on planet Earth have all lived anywhere between 100 and 900 lifetimes before. And what the Akashic Records do, a soul record, they keep record and a track of what we're doing, what our lessons are, what our lessons need to be, and on that basis, the Akashic Records provide us with information yesterday, today, tomorrow, and it's an ongoing process for us as individuals. And the nice thing with the Akashic Records is it's an extremely high vibrational field that we access, and I like to think of it that it's the truth, if I can put it that way.
So the Akashic Records then, according to you, Shawn Hanekom, integrative health practitioner in South Africa, the Akashic Records are very high vibrational energy fields, right?
100%.
And you mentioned the Akasha. What exactly is the Akasha?
So when we talk about, I want to use the word Big Bang. Okay, everything in the universe is made of energy. Everything has a vibration. And so the nice thing when we look at the Akasha or what we're doing, everything is vibration. So we can take anything, we can take any part of the human body, put it under an electron microscope, and we will find the vibration. There's a range of vibrations in there. And the nice thing about that is that as human beings, we're dynamic living beings. We're regenerating ourselves at a cellular level, literally on a second by second basis. And the benefit is that if we are in a situation, and this is one of the reasons why I got into the Akashic Records, was firstly the universe highlighted for me that there is a serious need for hope, insight for people. A lot of people I find are in a space where they don't know what their purpose is, what their life lessons are. And so I was kind of guided into studying in this field. And one of the other reasons for me as well getting into this field is that if people are in a space where they've contracted dis-ease in this lifetime, if it should happen that this dis-ease is one of the lessons that a person needs to learn, if this disease has been pulled through from a past life, and that person has contracted that disease in whichever lifetime, and through the Akashic Records, we can go back to that time and space and see what the trigger was for that disease or what the lesson was, and hopefully we can bring through the information into this lifetime and facilitate healing by providing these clients with relevant information, which once again for me is vibrational. As you know, a lot of things are contaminated. You know, if I just use food, if we look at different processes that are taking place, GMO, chemical processes that are taking place, so often we're engaging with empty calories, and sometimes people are lacking quality nutrition at a cellular level in terms of their health, or good clean water, or pollution, or all of those good things like that. So that's where the Akashic Record is extremely helpful. The other benefit of the Akashic Records is that we don't necessarily only work with individuals in their humanness. We can look at animals. If you're looking to sell your house will have an Akashic Records, and we can have a look at that. Your business will have an Akashic Record. Any public company or public personality has an Akashic Record, and we can look at all of that information out there to help us make better decisions. So, and I think that's the important thing there. The other important thing here is that the Akashic Masters will never bestow anything on us. They will never force anything. They provide us with information, and based on that information, we are allowed the opportunity to exercise our free will, which is one of the biggest gifts that we have as humans, is that on a daily basis, we get to exercise free will.
Now, Shawn Hanekom, integrative natural health practitioner in Johannesburg, South Africa, who are the Akashic Masters? You refer to them as teachers and loved ones. So who are these beings?
So when we look at the different dimensions, we speak about the Lords and Masters. These are energetic beings who have never been incarnated in human form. So they are out there within the Akasha, and they basically provide us with information. The Lords kind of keep our records. If I can almost use the word, the Lords are looking to the inside, they're back to us. The Akashic Masters interact with the Lords in terms of information. And if they feel that the information the question that we are asking will serve us, they will provide us with that information. If they feel that that information is not in our best interest, we may not necessarily receive access to that information. Then when we talk about our teachers and loved ones, these are individuals that have incarnated in human form. These individuals have transcended and moved on. And somewhere in our life, we may have come across these individuals. They, due to circumstances, may not have been in a position to provide us with insight or information. They have now transcended, and they can make themselves available in the records to provide us with guidance, information, and we can obviously ask, depending on what we are working with, what situation we're dealing with, we may call on a relevant teacher to spend time with us and give us information, and those individuals will make themselves available to us until we have learned our lesson, and then they will move on, or somebody else will enter that space, and we all have access to that information, and that's what makes that so awesome.
Now, one of the things that that everyone in healing is facing these days is the coronavirus. The World Health Organization has declared the coronavirus an enemy of the human race. So we're all trying to figure out, what do we do? How do we protect ourselves? How do we stay healthy? How do we recover from the coronavirus? So Shawn Hanekom, integrative natural health practitioner in Johannesburg, what can we do to negate the effects of the coronavirus?
So I think the important thing, and I've over different days, from the time that the virus originated in China, I happened to look at it at the first time, and the first response that I got is that this was man-made. I said, that's great. Let me look at the strain. I could see it was quite a tough strain if I related in relation to other diseases or viruses. And I thought, let me stop myself right there, because there's so many conspiracy theories out there about the virus, and we have all these specialists focus on the anatomy and physiology, all have their perspective on that. And my first response is if the universe is made up of energy, and this specific virus has an energetic signature, then we must also have an energetic vibration that can cure a specific virus. So that was my point of departure, and I asked the Akashic Masters, what is the vibration? And the vibration that came up for me was 728 hertz. And obviously not knowing, I then went on to the internet and I looked for 728 hertz, and it gave me the meditation around that. Okay.
And if I could interrupt you, so what Shawn Hanekom is talking about is a specific vibration. So on the Natural Healing Show, we've had numerous people talk about sound healing. And Shawn Hanekom, can you explain for our audience what exactly is 728 hertz so they understand?
So 728 hertz is basically it refers to returning to source code. It's also the formulation of the golden mean ratio for people that understand sacred geometry. And basically the idea is to connect with this source energy, get into a meditative space and feel that vibration in your body at a cellular level.
Right. And for our audience, I would also add that 728 hertz is literally a frequency. And if you study sound healing, there's something called solfeggio harmonics.
100%.
Solfeggio harmonics are the frequencies that are used in Gregorian chants. So 728 hertz, I believe, doesn't it activate, is it 7th chakra or higher than 7th chakra?
I think it's higher. It starts at source code. So from that perspective, it's from the beginning of time, if I can put it that way. And over and above 728, and I specifically like the solfeggio range that you're speaking about. There are 9 different vibrations within that range. And I think the important thing here as well, although I'm highlighting certain frequencies, once again, I think when people start exploring specifically the solfeggio range of frequencies, you may find that there are frequencies that resonate with you better, if I can put it that way, because none of us are vibrating at the same level. It depends on the kind of work we do, where we act. The other frequency that I find is extremely beneficial is 528 hertz, and that is really the vibration of unconditional love, which I think, and I'll get back to that now, which I think is quite important. And then the other vibration I find extremely beneficial is 396 hertz. So that is the Elm vibration, and that specific vibration negates and dissolves negative energy, and more specifically, the vibration of fear. Now, subsequently, what I've experienced myself personally over the last couple of weeks is that often during the day, I need to clear vibration of fear out of my own energy field. And it's actually not my fear, it's the fear which we would refer to as existential fear from the environment. Okay? And when we look at this map of consciousness of Dr. David Hawkins, we talk about power versus force. the important aspect of this specific map of consciousness. It's been given a rating scale, and I think if I have it correct, the rating scale starts at 10, being the lowest. It goes up to 1,000 because the human body can't handle a vibration of higher than 1,000. The other important factor on this map of consciousness is that we should all be striving to not be less than 200. Anything below 200 is destructive in nature. And the kind of emotions attached to that are anger, despair, lack of hope, fear, paralysis, those types of vibrations. So through our meditative processes and listening to these different frequency ranges, the idea or the intention is to get to 500, which is unconditional love. Now, I'm
going to correct you. 500 is love, 540 is unconditional love, and 600 is enlightenment. Now, Shawn Hanekom, let's go back to this 728 hertz frequency, because big picture for our audience, everyone's thinking, what do I need to do to stay healthy? So there's, lots of people are writing about supplements and herbs and, essential oils and so on. And all of that is important. But we have to remember that literally everything is a frequency. A drug is a frequency. You or a human is a frequency. An illness is a frequency, right?
100%.
And so sound healing, one of the great things about sound healing is that all we literally have to do is listen to it, correct? So
absolutely.
So can you share with our audience how our audience could use the 728 hertz frequency? What do we have to do?
So I think the important factor here is we need to be present. And when I say being present, we need to be in a space where we ground ourselves first thing in the morning, because that grounding aspect is extremely important. We can engage with some breathing exercises. We can also, if you are not in a space or you're not experienced enough to connect with your higher self, I would always suggest that people start off with a higher self meditation in the mornings and be connected to that. And once you find that you are in a space where you are grounded and centered, you can then access this 728 hertz on YouTube. And there's one of two scenarios. So one, I find that when a person does any kind of meditation, if you're utilizing a headset, that is normally great because it kind of centralizes and keeps that vibration on the inside, and you can adjust the setting to whatever is comfortable for you. I also suggest to clients is when you start engaging with this meditation, close your eyes, feet flat on the ground, and just connect with that specific vibration. And the benefits of that is that obviously the idea or the intention is to raise our own vibration within our body and gain the benefits of what that vibration has on offer. Now, sometimes, and when I said no two people are the same, some people might be able to listen to 5 minutes, some people 10 minutes, some people could do 30 minutes of that specific meditation, because if your vibration is lower than that, you may find that it triggers a headache or some kind of discomfort for you. And I always say to people, you don't want to put yourself into a negative headspace. So you meditate on that specific vibration, or you listen to that vibration until you start feeling discomfort, and then you stop that specific meditation. So that's the one option. The other option that I often exercise is I would also go in, I would activate that specific vibration. I turn my sound down because obviously the subconscious mind will pick up that specific energy. And then I just allow that energy or any one of the other frequencies I'm working with during the day to function at a subliminal level within my healing space that I work from.
So we could just play that 728 hertz in the background.
Absolutely. And then I always suggest to people as well, especially after you've had a hectic day out there, and different people have different levels of stress based on what you're doing work-wise. One of the good things might be is to also in the evenings before you go to sleep, is to set that up. And once again, you can set it up from a subliminal perspective and allow that vibration to play for you. I've got some clients that have set it up on a loop, so it plays throughout the evening, because one of the important things are that nothing happens in the conscious mind without coming through the subconscious mind. So if you, during dream time or sleep time, can reprogram your subconscious mind, eventually that vibration is going to start filtering through into your day-to-day activities and the way that you respond to the environment.
Now, Shawn Hanekom, you do Akashic readings, and you said that ever since you heard about the coronavirus, you've been checking in with the Akashic Records. If you could estimate, how many times have you read the Akashic Records about the coronavirus?
To be honest with you, I haven't done it many times. I was probably engaged with it 4 times over the last 6 weeks. And for the pure reason, just to see, because one of the important aspects of the Akashic Records are that the quality of the information is based on the quality of the question. So when I say that, we want to ask open-ended questions: what, where, why, how, because that then allows information to flow more freely. And like I said, it's easy to get involved in the negative aspect or try and look at the conspiracy theory or the source, which I believe we're just wasting our time and our energy to do that, because everybody's on that bandwagon, and all that does is it triggers fear. And if a person looks at social media at the moment, there's so much on the social media bandwidth, and in my opinion, that is just creating a lot of overwhelm for people, which we don't need. And then one of my most recent, which was yesterday, I tapped into the Akashic Records again, and I just looked at that by observing the field. And one of the things that came up for me here is that the coronavirus is when I use the word a disease, I want to work from the perspective of a energetic signature, which is a virus of the mind. Okay, and in my opinion, this energetic signature is there to corrupt DNA, and I believe it is there to trigger fear and extreme paranoia with the intention of control being the end game here. And I also think the negative aspect of this is that the moment people start connecting with the emotion of fear, we then start tapping into the collective consciousness, and it's like any other disease out there. So that's why I don't believe in having rallies where people are having a breast cancer day. So let's support breast cancer, because by us as a collective interacting and engaging with that specific vibration, we're actually strengthening the vibration, strengthening the disease, and that's not what this is about. And that's why I said I don't want to go into the source and the information of what I've seen. I would rather focus on what can we do to negate the negative effects of the virus. And obviously, there's a lot of speculation at the moment. Is this a specific virus at an anatomy physiology level? This virus has been triggered by 5G, 60 hertz is some of the other things that I've heard in terms of that. And I personally think, and just looking at the records, I wouldn't use the word 5G. I think electromagnetic fields in general and contaminate and destroy our energy fields. As you know, the heart emits an electromagnetic field, and any kind of electromagnetic disturbance that we have is going to disturb our energy fields and create a distortion. Now, nothing happens in the physical body before happening in the energetic field. So that's why it's so important for people to meditate, to pray, to engage with different energetic forms. Sorry, my sensor is just gone off here.
It's
change that. Sorry, I've got a sensor that goes off as an energy saving if I don't move. And then the important thing there is to develop your energy system. So when we talk about developing the energy system, is to have some kind of a program for yourself where you engage with the vibration, and sometimes that vibration may be listening to a specific genre of music even, because I often find that when clients meditate a lot, they get into a space where they sometimes can't meditate, and so listening to music is just as good. Then we can look at energy forms out there, looking at yoga, looking at Tai Chi, looking at Qigong, all of those energy forms, and I'm sure there are more out there that work at strengthening the energy field. So that's important. I think it's important for you to switch off your Wi-Fi in your home environment when you sleep at night, and then to utilize whatever format you may find. And I'm using crystals here as an example that you can put at your electrical points or sources that will negate or absorb that negative vibration. The other important thing as well, I always say when people are looking for places to live or to invest in property, you don't want to be near a substation. When I say near, within a 2-kilometer radius, you don't want to have a house that is next to or under power lines, because that all disrupts your energy field and has the potential to trigger disease within the human body. So I think those are some of the things we can look at. And I think the most important thing here is that over and above doing anything, we should have an awareness of when we are engaging with the vibration of the emotion of fear. And often you can feel it quite easily when you close your eyes. I always say, put your hands on your heart and you tune into yourself at a cellular level. You can actually feel that there's a vibration in your body at a cellular level. Okay? And one of the simple techniques that you can utilize is literally to stand up and dust yourself off and dust that vibration of fear out of your energy field. And then obviously, like I said, is to engage with some of these vibrations. And like I highlighted earlier, the meditation of 396 hertz specifically dissolves the vibration of fear, any form of negative energy.
And you said that when we make the sound om,
100%.
that's 396, right? And 528 is the frequency for your heart chakra, right? So 728 is very powerful, but so are these other frequencies. And Shawn Hanekom, I couldn't agree with you more. I feel that it's very important to have some sort of personal practice where you balance your energy on a regular basis. And for myself, I usually teach yoga 5 times a week, and I teach Qigong. And although it's not the primary way where I make a living, it makes everything else possible, right? And I meditate. I wake up every day and meditate and pray, because when you wake up that way, you're literally setting your vibration. Now, Shawn Hanekom, integrative natural health practitioner in Johannesburg, who are the people you believe are being most affected by the coronavirus?
So, excuse me.
Because one of the things that we do know that it's, at this point, it's gone global.
So, and this is where, excuse me, the vibration, Excuse me for a moment.
Oh, absolutely. So for our audience, some of the practical things that Shawn Hanekom talked about that you can do to keep yourself vibrationally healthy include listening to solfeggio harmonics, which are the same frequencies in Gregorian chants. And specifically, you can listen to the frequency of 728 hertz. So on a practical level, you can just go to YouTube and find music at that frequency. And what I did was when I heard about 728 hertz being helpful for balancing and counteracting the energetic effects of coronavirus, I went to YouTube and you can find playlists at 728 hertz. So Shawn Hanekom, I was asking, who are the people who are being affected by the coronavirus? What do the Akashic Masters want us to know?
So what's important here is, I've been observing this for a while now, is the moment you engage the emotion of fear, when it comes out of balance, if I can call it that, it creates a state of paralysis. And what basically happens is when you're engaging with this emotion of fear, because it also forms part of that category on the map of consciousness between 10 and 200, it forms part of that destructive low frequency energy. And what then happens is that your immune system becomes compromised. And this is where the importance of being calm, relaxed, balanced, your energetic system to be cleaned often. And when we talk about cleaning your energetic field, you can participate with any type of energy healing, sound healing, that type of thing. You can utilize incense, specifically white sage. It's quite good. Nachtchampa. You can use rose water. You can utilize crystals. You can use magnetic frequencies to help clean your energy field. So that's the one important thing. And this is where we then get into the space of interacting with nutrition. And this is where, obviously, if you interact with a medical intuitive, they will be able to provide you with the insight and information as to what your status of your gut microbiome is. They can look at your body's ability to absorb, is what I find. So I'm speaking from a quantum physics perspective. In quantum physics, we have two of the principles is, first one is what we call a particle response, or a stress response in the body. And the other one is what we call a wave response, which is where the magic happens, okay? And the moment you engage with a particle response or a stress response, or your body does not absorb correctly. So I find people will say to me, oh, but I'm drinking 2 liters or 3 liters of water a day, or this is my list of supplements. And when I tune into the energy field, I'm saying that's great, but all that you have at the moment is expensive urine, because your body, unfortunately, is not absorbing these expensive supplements that you have.
Right. And
so,
I want to interrupt because Shawn Hanekom and I are both medical intuitives, and I use supplements and all sorts of natural healing remedies with my clients. But it is important. There's a difference between what you need and what your body can absorb. And you're better off only taking what your body can absorb. Because if you take more supplements or more remedies than you can absorb, you're just wasting your money. And you may actually be hurting your organs, like your kidneys. I've had clients who shut down their urinary system from taking too many pills. It's not a good idea.
100%. And unfortunately out there, a lot of the retail outlets are selling products, so they're quite happy to engage you. They're happy to engage the latest fad. And when I speak to my clients, my approach is I'm working with quantum consciousness, and I basically look at your nutritional requirements based on what you need. And the important thing here as well is you find different brands of supplements out there, and some of them, you know, I would sometimes say to my clients, open the packet, all the tablets in your mouth, eat the box, and if you're lucky, you may get something out of that. And that's just how weak or the placebo effect some of those tablets have. And unfortunately, when we talk about supplementation, price and quality is not necessarily synonymous, so you can't buy a cheap product and expect to get a qualitative product. So, and when I use the word supplementation, my first point of departure is good quality food.
Right.
You know, good quality.
Yes.
Yes.
And we're very much in alignment on that. Is that you have to start with what you're eating, because it's the macronutrients. Now, Shawn Hanekom, is there anything else the Akashic Masters want us to know about the coronavirus? When you tune in, what do the Akashic Masters want us to know about the coronavirus?
I think at the moment, one of the things is that this is the coronavirus, because of, if we look at the level of lockdown and shutdown across the world, is I think this is a little bit of a reality check for us as individuals. And it's an opportunity for us to evaluate what's important, what's not important, what's adding value to our lives, what's not adding value to our lives. And I think it's really about balance. So, and when I say balance, part of that is not engaging with this emotion of fear, and really looking at your environment and what you're engaging with. And you know, I think people are often caught on the treadmill, and you feel like a rat, and yeah, it's not conducive to our health. You know, so like I said, I think to sum it up in a nutshell is, over and above doing anything, is have the awareness that you're not engaging the emotion of fear, because if you engage with an emotion of fear, you're strengthening that neural pathway. And so you need to stop yourself there, ask yourself the question, you know, what is this fear about? And often when I work with my clients, and regardless of the emotion, I'm using fear here as an example now, I would often test to see firstly, is it the emotion, this individual's fear? Is it a partner? Is it a existential fear from the environment? And the next thing is this experience that the person having, is this real, or is it perceived? Because I think this is so important when we speak about perception, because our perception is our reality. And so I think it's important that we engage with that. The other thing that's important as well is when we speak about the family environment, because when you are sleeping next to your partner in the evening, you are transferring information backwards and forth, whether you like it or not, and there's nothing you can do to stop that unless both of you are interacting and ensuring your energy field is clean, once or twice a week taking an Epsom salt bath, like I said, burning incense, utilizing your crystals that you can either put next to your bed, under your pillow, between your mattress and your base, carry in your pocket, jewelry. And it's just that conscious awareness of what works for you. And once again, because crystals hold vibrations as well, you need to kind of look at the different crystals, and that crystal must speak to you. So what I have done, what the Akashic Masters also highlighted for me, I've got a couple of crystals people can explore, and these crystals work at preparing the energy field, negating negative energy, and could add value for you if you chose to engage with that. So if I just look at some of the names, and I know there's a lot more, but the first one that came up for me was the coconut diamond. Second one was jasper, malachite, sodalite, then black tourmaline mixed with mica, And why I specifically liked that combination is because that combination of crystal returns negative energy to the source. And then the other one that came up was turquoise. Now, like I said, I'm sure there are many more crystals that you can engage with, so feel free to pick up a crystal Bible and look at the healing properties, and you'll find something that resonates with you, and engage with that specifically.
Herkimer diamonds are one of my favorites, and they're not actually diamonds, they're really more quartz, but they serve for spiritual detoxification. And
100%.
Right. Now, Shawn Hanekom, the other day you and I were speaking, and you talked about Dr. David Hawkins. So for our audience, Dr. David Hawkins was an enlightened person. He is now deceased. He published Power versus Force, which is my favorite book, as well as many other books. But he spent about 20 years developing this map of consciousness that Shawn Hanekom was talking about. I have two websites. One of my websites has Dr. Hawkins' map of consciousness on it. So if you go to unlimitedergynow.com and then go across the top to where it says media, and then scroll down there to free downloads. If you scroll down to free downloads, you're going to find a chart, Dr. Hawkins' level of consciousness scale. And the other day, Shawn Hanekom and I were just speaking before this radio broadcast, and I said, okay, let's both tune in. And I got the level of consciousness of the coronavirus at 50, and I believe you got it at 0, correct?
100%.
And so 50 is at the level of despair and hopelessness. So it's really important, in my opinion, that we all band together and build each other up. So what is the fact that I got it at 50 and you got it at 0? What does that tell you as a practitioner?
So basically 0 means flatlining or death. And what I subsequently, after our discussion, I went in and I tuned into this, because I thought, why are we having this differentiation in what we're picking up? And what I also realized is that the vibration will also be based on country or continent.
Yes.
So it depends on the collective consciousness within a country. And obviously, I'm in South Africa, which is deemed to be the deepest, darkest part of Africa, if I can call it that. And we have a very low vibration. And we also are known as the slave continent, if I can put it to you like that. So when a person talks about this vibration and where we at, like I said, continent is important. And the other thing that came up for me in terms of this, and specifically relating to the coronavirus, is because although I've been chatting and I've been sharing the 728 hertz, is not everybody understands that. Not everybody's on that same page or wavelength of understanding the importance. And I think one of the things that we can do as a collective consciousness is the more people that we can expose to these, and I'm going to use the word the solfeggio range of vibrations, if we can increase the number of participants and we can reach a critical mass, we will change that vibration. It's a conscious decision for each individual to participate and make a difference. And by you as an individual making a conscious decision to meditate for 5 or 10 or 15 minutes a day, or allow this frequency to be playing in your office or in your home environment, you are going to be adding the value of that collective consciousness, which holds the power to collapse that coronavirus. Because of the fact that coronavirus, in my opinion, based on the information that I've accessed through the Akashic Records, is man-made, light still supersedes the darkness.
Right. So Shawn Hanekom, integrative natural health practitioner in Johannesburg, South Africa. Any final thoughts for our audience? Because we want to uplift everyone.
Absolutely. I think, as I mentioned earlier, a couple of basics. Clean water, breathing exercises, exercise, sufficient sleep, whatever is relevant for you as an individual, and then find the frequency, find your rhythm in the universe that makes you tick and puts you into a wave state. This is where your magic is. Okay, when I say magic, 98% of who you are you'll find in that wave state. And that's, yeah.
So you've been listening to the Natural Healing Show for UK Health Radio, your global feel-good radio. I'm your host, Catherine Carrigan, medical intuitive healer, Amazon #1 bestselling author. And you can find out more about me and my work at catherinecarrigan.com and unlimitedenergynow.com. While you're there, definitely sign up for my newsletter so you can learn even more about how you can heal yourself naturally. You can find out more about Shawn Hanekom at nautiluswellness.com. And remember, during the time of coronavirus, take the time to raise your own frequency. Listen to solfeggio monics. Play 728 hertz. Meditate, practice yoga, qigong, and tai chi, and be with loved ones. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.